Boys State. This is Wyatt. Hello? We are rolling.
Hi, my name is Joey Frias. Welcome to another night of Boys State News. You did get a notification.
Here is the menu for tomorrow. For breakfast, we're having sausage links with home fries, scrambled eggs, and a blueberry muffin. And we're having an optional sack lunch as well, including a turkey and Swiss club, a veggie sandwich, individual potato chips, chocolate chip cookies, and a bottled canned drink.
Due to Boys State citizens departing after 11 a.m., there will be no dinner served.
And now we move on to the weather.
Good evening. My name is Connor McElhaney, and you're watching. We can expect a cloudy morning that's short to last, with temperatures ranging from 61 degrees to 89 degrees. You will never catch a freezing feeling. The night skies are expected to be clear of most withers. However, there will be some clouds passing through the sky. Winds should be relatively soft with speeds of 7 to 10 miles per hour. Overall, you should have no fear of terrible weather heading your way. That's all the weather I have for tonight. Stay safe, Boys State, and enjoy the weather.
10 a.m. we will hold our final General Assembly. Awards will be given and recognition of particular groups and individuals will be held. Parents and guests will be welcome to attend.
Dismissal will commence at 11 a.m. Buses will pick up the same people that they dropped off for Boys State. At 11:15, an optional sack lunch will be available to anyone who wishes to bring something to eat for the long road ahead.
We hope everyone has had an enjoyable stay at Boys State.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Okay,
No, we're gonna keep that in. That's great. Just this.
here's the results from last night's general state election. Our new state treasurer is Benjamin Bureaus, and for our state comptroller, we have Matson Olena. For our general attorney, we have Lincoln Culp. Our state secretary is Ishan Matai. For our lieutenant governor, we have Alexander Mazzano. And finally, we have our new governor, Ishan Banagiri. Congratulations to our new state elected officials. We also want to wish everyone who ran for a state position the best. We hope for a better tomorrow with our state leaders.
One for coming to Boys State. This week wouldn't feel special without everyone's participation. We'd also like to thank our staff for making this week so enjoyable and spectacular.
We would also like to honor the veterans who spend the amongst us. They've paid the ultimate price time and time again, and they're the reason why we're able to stand here. They've shown valor and support for us this whole time, and we're grateful for their presence on this campus.
Before we start the program that may be of some interest to either you or the people around you.
The 2024 Youth Cadet Law Enforcement Academy will like to be having another session from June 23rd to June 28th. They offer seminars and educate teenagers from 15 to 17. These lessons range from physical training to educational programs that represent the different aspects of law enforcement. If you are interested in academies such as this, feel free to learn more on American Legion website under the program Safety and Law and Order. If there are complications with signing up, communicate with Legionnaires or other officials. This program is annual, so if you know anyone who may be interested in the Youth Cadet Law Enforcement Program, feel free to share the news with them.
That concludes Boys State News Network for tonight. We appreciate everyone listening to our broadcast.
This week has been a blast, but all good things must come to an end. We hope everyone has a bright and promising future. Don't forget to check your schedule, and always try your best in everything. This is Joey Frias.
And this is Wyatt Hill. In famous words of the great Gatsby, so we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Have a wonderful summer, everyone.
Good night, boy state!
I would now ask that you do rise for the Illinois State Song. Please remain standing. I would now ask the color guard to please advance the colors of our nation.
Forward, march! Pose, colors! Present, arms! Order, arms!
Please uncover and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. I would now like to invite Craig Runyard to the podium for the national anthem.
All right, guys, last one, good and loud, all right?
I
Dixon, Illinois. Got your copy.
Please bow your heads in prayer. May the Lord our God bless us all present here to memorialize those who lived and died to preserve liberty and freedom in our nation and in the world. And may the Lord our God remember all those whose sacrifice gave this nation's greatness, progress, and riches. May our memory and all those who served in the armed forces be an honorable one, full of thanksgiving to the Lord. And remember with much love and mercy those who died in the service of our country, whether on the air or on the land or in the sea. As we begin this final assembly, let us carry forward their legacy, striving always to uphold the principles they have so valiantly defended. Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Juan Huerta, the Deputy Director of Public Engagement with the Illinois Secretary of State's Office.
Good evening. First of all, I want to give a big applause to the band, please. I believe you guys, I've been here since last Saturday, right? So when I was working over here, I talked to a couple of you, and they were telling me about everything that went on, from ping pong, for volleyball, for running for different offices. I mean, this is amazing, but the most amazing thing is that each of you took the time to apply to your local American Legion, so thank you for that. You know, when we received the invitation about being here tonight, they requested a proclamation, which I have, and we're going to send it. And I was born in Panama. I was lucky enough to become a U.S. citizen in 1996. So I get to live in the best country like each of you do. And I would start reading about this program. And I told my wife and my kids, I need to be there. Because you guys are learning about patriotic, civic duties, things that you will take for the rest of your life and teach your kids eventually when you get married and those type of things. Because we live in the best country in the world. We do live in the best country in the world. But anyway, I have a proclamation over here, and I'm going to read a few things here. It's really long over here. And like I said, I work for the Secretary of State, Alexis Janulius. But the Secretary Alexis Janulius congratulates the American Legion, Illinois Premier Boys State Programs on his 87th annual Boys State Session held from June 8, 2024 to June 14, 2024. Also, the American Legion Premier State Boys was founded in 1935 by Hayes Kennedy, Harold Clark, Matthew Murphy. So we truly appreciate the American Legion for everything that they're doing for the community and for each of you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for applying to be in this program. And I believe tomorrow is your last day. I hope that each of you have a nice summer and a nice return home. So thank you.
That's really wonderful, and I appreciate Juan's time to be here away from his family, and really appreciate Secretary of State's office for doing that for us. I would now like to introduce Chuck Runyard, Director of Counselors.
I want to take this opportunity, as I do every year, to thank some very important people. The first is the Boys State Band, who we've recognized are just absolutely from starting last Saturday after dinner till tonight. It's just amazing the work that they've done so that we can add such an integral part of our program. Those things couldn't be done without the wonderful direction of our staff that assist with that. Would the band leaders and the song leader please stand? So I'd like to honor our band directors, John Wingersky from Charleston, Illinois, Dylan Hahn from Oblong, Illinois, and our song leader all week, Greg Runyard from Springfield, Illinois. Let's give them a very big applause. Thank you. I'd now like to introduce Jason Hill to the podium.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good. All right. Good evening, gentlemen. This is likely the last time you'll have to bear with me while I'm speaking in front of you tonight. But, well, we'll get it up here shortly. Very nice. Okay. This is an image taken by the Voyager spacecraft on February 14th, 1990. As the spacecraft left our planetary neighborhood for the fringes of the solar system, engineers turned it back around to look at its home planet one more time. At that point, Voyager 1 was about 4 billion miles away and approximately 32 degrees above the ecliptic plane and captured this portrait of our world. Caught in the center of scattered light rays, Earth appears as a tiny point of light. And if you can see it on the right, only 0.12 pixels in size. So take a look at that dot. That's here. That's home, that's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of. Every human being who ever was and lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joys, the aggregate of our suffering as well. Thousands of confident religions, ideologies, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every hero and coward, every hunter and forager, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king, peasant, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and every sinner in the history of our species has lived there on a mote of dust suspended in a sunbeam. The Earth, gentlemen, is a very small stage in the vast cosmic arena. And to think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of that dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner, and how frequent their misunderstandings are, and how eager they are to kill one another, and how fervent their hatreds. And I suppose it is our posturings and our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe, are challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark, and in our obscurity and all of this vastness, there is no hint, none whatsoever, that help will come from elsewhere to save us from our suns. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. our stand. Here is where we make our stand. Carl Sagan has always said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the little pale blue dot, the only hand we've ever known. Thank you, gentlemen. And now I'd like to turn over the stage to Adam Christmore. Adam?
Good evening. We have with us this evening several distinguished guests, including a Charleston, Illinois local, Rita Mathias, who recently lost her beloved husband, Bob Mathias. Bob served in the United States Navy and throughout his adult life as a member of the American Legion, Sons of the American Legion, VFW, and more. Most distinctly, Bob and Rita helped create and maintain the Illinois Vietnam Veterans Memorial and persistently passionate advocates for POW and MIAs. The flag you see folded here tonight is Bob's memorial casket flag. In the United States Armed Forces and here at Premier Boys State, at the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning it is brought out, and at the ceremony of reveille, run aloft as a symbol of our belief in the resurrection of the body. The flag folding ceremony represents the same religious principles on which our great country was originally founded. The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold signifies our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and tribute of the veteran departing our ranks, and who gave a portion of his or her life for the defense of our country to attain peace. The fourth fold exemplifies our weaker nature as citizens. Trusting in God, it is to Him we turn for His divine guidance. The fifth fold is an acknowledgement to our country. For in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is where our hearts lie. It is with our heart that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all enemies. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor too has given his sons and daughters for the defense of our country since he or she was first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of Hebrew citizens, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies in their eyes the gods of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of the Christian citizen, represents the emblem of eternity and glorifies in their eyes God the Father, the Son, and Holy Ghost. With the 13th fold, the flag is completely folded. The stars are uppermost, reminding us of our national motto, "In God we trust." After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it has the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington, and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, and were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the United States Armed Forces, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today.
Good evening. Did everyone have an enjoyable experience this week? So you're saying kinda. Did everybody have an enjoyable week? All right, great. Our hope is that you did. Our hope is that our program added value to your lives. Our hope is that our program taught you the importance of community involvement and responsibility. Our hope is that our program ignited something inside you to make you want to do more for your fellow citizens and become the best versions of yourselves that you could possibly be. Remember, when you sit back, you have a full view of your life as it unravels before you. But when you participate, you control the outcome. Take time to embrace the wins in life, but more importantly, take the time needed to learn from each opportunity presented to you. Some of you may eventually hold some kind of office, whether it's serving on a board for a corporation or serving at the community, state, or even federal levels. Please remember one word, and you learned this in class: civility. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Always listen twice as much as you speak. That is a defining trait of a true leader. There are always several ways to resolve an issue, but there's only one that's the best way, and by listening is how you will come to the right decision. Being a servant leader, you need to master balance. Being a servant leader means to always put others' needs before yours. But in doing so, don't neglect those who directly rely on you. Thank you for your attention, gentlemen. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you our American Legion family leadership and guests that are with us tonight. We have our Illini Girls State Director, Sarah Wyckoff. We have our Membership Director
Let's try that again. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
That's better. That's better. I bring you greetings from the American Legion Department of Illinois. Is everybody having fun?
Yes, sir.
The only thing I heard, I thought I heard a no back there, but that was probably from one of the staff members. Thank you, and have a great rest of the year week, which is what, tonight? You go home tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you very much.
I would now like to introduce Dan Lasella, our Director of Contests and Awards.
All right, gentlemen, this will be short today. The only thing I have to present really this evening is the model county flag. As winners of the flag yesterday, could Carr County please bring the flag over to Joe? And keep in mind, we will announce the overall model county for the week at tomorrow morning's assembly. This evening's award is for today's activities. If we announce your county's name, please send one citizen up to retrieve your flag from Joe. Today's model county is Canasser. I'd like to add two things. Yesterday, 20 of you delivered speeches in the annual Lincoln Speech Contest. This year's topic related to perseverance in the life of Abraham Lincoln. Today, from 9 finalists, emerged your winner. Here to deliver his winning speech from Geiger County, Buffalo Grove, Illinois, Esham Batad.
What's up, boys, today? So, as you guys just heard a few moments ago, this year's contest topic was perseverance. And the person who embodied it was a great man, Abraham Lincoln. Now, I know you guys have heard a lot of funny speeches, but I want to keep this one real. Because in less than a day, we're all going to be graduates of Boys State. We're all going to be moving on with our lives, going from boys and becoming men. And with that comes a lot of lessons that we need to be learned. One of them is how to keep going. So I want to tell you a story. It goes back about 150 plus years, but it starts on March 4th, 1861. Abraham Lincoln was going to a train to his inauguration address. He arrived to a platform and he saw a man selling newspapers right near the train stop. The man, waving newspapers in the air, 10 cents, 10 cents, attracted Lincoln's attention. Now, Lincoln ordered his men to stop. He walked over to the man, now nervous, in the face of a president-elect. Well, Lincoln said, "Can I buy a newspaper for $1?" Now, he grossly overpaid for that newspaper, even in those prices. But Lincoln really wanted to read it. But it was interesting. Because the paper had nothing positive to say about Lincoln. In fact, the Salem Times, the writer of that paper's headline article, Samuel Bowles, said about Lincoln that he is no capable of becoming a statesman, nay, a president. His weak, wishy-washy, namby-pamby, disgusting in manner efforts have made us a laughingstock of the whole world. It's rumored Lincoln saw this and chuckled, because Lincoln was a voracious leader. He was a voracious reader. He would consume knowledge better than any of his peers. In fact, it's said that he dropped out of school, became his own teacher, taught himself the law, and started his own firm. But in fact, he read that article. He told his men that he wanted to write the editor a note. In this note, he told the editor, the person who wrote this article about him, they respected him, that he was a greater statesman than Lincoln was, that he as a president would do everything in his power to impress people like him. So, that leads us back to a question. Why does Lincoln embody perseverance? So there are two main reasons. One, Lincoln's definition of failure is what we all should model ours after. Because in his time as a candidate, he didn't win. In fact, he was defeated for Congress 3 times, defeated for the Senate 2 times, and defeated for vice president once, before winning his presidential nomination. All of that. He lost again, and again, and again, and then some more. And to this, he says, he failed and failed and failed. But I find quite as much material in the points where I failed as in those where I've succeeded. Think about yourselves. None of us knew going into this week what had happened. We all ran for multiple positions, multiple different offices, and I don't think everything worked out the way you should, or the way it was supposed to. In fact, I'm positive that at some point, things didn't go your way. Neither did it for Lincoln. In fact, it never went for Lincoln's way. But Lincoln's definition of failure was never losing an election. Lincoln's definition of failure was never not getting his name on a ballot. Lincoln's definition of failure was stopping and not changing. It was giving up. As we leave Boise State, there's a lot of things that come our way. College, the Army, the workforce. Don't give up. Because while we are boys here with dreams, this week has given us the goals, the resources, and abilities to turn those dreams into realities. That's what I leave you with. But we never answer the question, how does Lincoln embody perseverance? Lincoln grew up in a traumatic household. When he was 9, his mom, his uncle, and his aunt all passed away from milk sickness. When he was 12, his dad abandoned his sister and himself, leaving them for a new wife. Lincoln was alone. He poured himself into reading, poured himself into isolation. He cut himself off. When he was 23, he moved to this great state. No connections, no family, no support. By today's standards, we would consider Lincoln to have mental illness. As men, we're told not to talk about our emotions often. In Lincoln's time, that was very apparently true. And even today, it's scarily true. But I'm here to say, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how you feel. Talk to someone. Your emotions matter. What you feel matters. How you feel and the people who rely on you need you to matter. For all that, Lincoln went through a lot. Regardless of all the obstacles he had, all the ops in his way, he still made it count. Because in the face of mental illness, in the face of loss, in the face of struggle, Lincoln overcame everything. That's what perseverance is. It's not giving up when things get hard. Because truth be told, it will get hard. It will always be difficult. But Lincoln never gave up. He lost and continued to. That's what made him such a great leader. Lincoln had notable wins after notable wins. The greatest orator of all time. The commander at Gettysburg. A person who united this country. But his biggest achievement of all, the biggest win for himself, was overcoming this mental illness. Was overcoming and pushing through the hard times. That's what I leave you with. As we embark on our journeys, far past Boy State, push past it. Make your dreams into realities. Turn your ambitions into goals. I have faith in every single one of you because I've seen and met and heard the awesome and amazing things you've done. I can't wait to see what comes of all of us. Thank you so much. This is me, Sean.
Gentlemen, allow me to introduce the leadership of Boy State 2024. When I call your name, come around to my right to get your plaque, and then pose for a picture with Chris and Commander Buster. First, 4 leaders announced earlier in the week. I'll invite you on stage to receive a token of appreciation for your leadership and hard work. Regimental Commander of the Boy State Militia from Canancer County in Seneca, Illinois, Jeremy Gagnon. Speaker of the House from Kennedy County in Glenview, Illinois, Chad Park. President of the Senate from Card County in Plainfield, Illinois, Nathan Alley. And Chief Justice of the Supreme Court from Card County in Bloomington, Illinois, Austin Miller. All right, another congratulations to the 4 of you, and thank you for your contributions this week. Now, your statewide elected officials. This will be a little bit different. When I call your name, please come up to the stage to my right, get your flag, pose for the picture, and then move over here to my left. You'll stay on stage for the oath of office. Your state treasurer from Geiger County and Mizan, Illinois, Benjamin Buros. Your comptroller from Card County in Yorkville, Illinois, Madsen Ulenha. Your Attorney General from Kennedy County in Arlington Heights, Illinois, Lincoln Cole. this guy might look familiar. Your Secretary of State from Geiger County in Buffalo Grove, Illinois, Ishan Batai. Your Lieutenant Governor from Geiger County in Mundelein, Illinois, Alexander Bazan. And finally, your Governor from Geiger County in Long Grove, Illinois, Ishan Monagiri. Congratulations again to you all. Now, to administer the oath of office to your newly elected state officials, the 2022 Lieutenant Governor of Boise State, Julian Hernandez.
State officers, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ishan
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of Premier Boise State,
and the Constitution of Premier Boise State,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office to which I have been elected,
of the office of which I have been elected,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Deliver his inaugural address, your Governor.
I did not know I was giving an inaugural address. But I would like to say a couple things. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who voted for me. And for those who didn't, thank you for voting. I'd like to thank Boise State for giving me an amazing week-long experience here. And I'd like to thank the American Legion for making that happen. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome to the podium Illini Girls State Director Sarah Wyckoff to introduce a special guest.
Good evening. Thank you. On behalf of the 83rd session of the American Legion Auxiliary Illini Girls State, thank you for inviting myself and our governor to the session this evening. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I wish you all the best as you go back for your senior years in high school. I have with me this evening our 2023 Illini Girls State Governor. She will be presiding over our session that starts on Sunday, and she's here to bring you greetings. Her name is Pascaline Grace Pongo.
almost everything ALA IGS had to offer. Coming here today has brought back wonderful memories of campaigning and having the support of my city to get elected as the current girls' state governor. I'm sure you have all made friendships that will last even after you all leave and created memories that you can learn from or laugh about later on. I hope that during your time here, you took away something that will benefit you as you enter your senior year of high school. I'm wishing you all the best of luck and success as you enter your senior year of high school. One thing I'll leave you with tonight is to not be afraid of any challenges that come your way, because in doing so, you build resilience and character. Thank you.
I want to thank the girls' state governor for being here. Another round of applause, please. Each one of you are now a member of an exclusive group of young men, a few among many, if you will. You are now an American Legion Premier Boys State alum. But with this title comes great responsibility. Hold your head high and work hard. The results will amaze you. Remember, you are American Legion Premier Boys State. In closing, I would like to personally thank the EIU staff for being such great hosts. I would like to thank our staff, and most importantly, all of you. You have made this one of the best weeks of my life. So thank you. I will now ask that Deshaun Bonagiri from Saxon City, Long Grove, Illinois, approach the podium to give the benediction. Please rise, gentlemen.
Please bow your heads in prayer. Thank you for an amazing week here at Boys State. Thank you for the lessons we learned, the friends we made, and for the experiences that will forever change us. Thank you for the American Legion, the Legionnaires, for helping set up this experience. I pray that future generations get the opportunity to develop the same brotherhood that we did. I pray for the state of Illinois, and I pray for this country. Thank you. Amen. Amen.
Color guard, please retrieve the colors of our nation.
Forward, march!
would now like to ask our Director of Counselors to approach the podium to dismiss the counties.
County councilors, take charge of your units. You are dismissed.